Yo, hello, hello, welcome. Happy New Comic Book Day. Appreciate you joining our little stream. Get started here in just a moment. Hope you guys are ready for a special guest host. I don't want anyone to freak out.
Put up a little teaser. Try to trick them into showing up.
Oh, they're here. Eric, good to see you. Chris, good to see you. Toby, tell the fam I said hi. Welcome, everybody.
Everybody get a drink. Alcoholic beverage.
Maybe pour one out.
I do have a 40 to pour out for the show. Yep.
Good, good. I do have an image if you need one.
Did you get it?
I got it done.
You got one?
I get, yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Your advertisement was most curious. I figured it was worth it. We'll see. Right. All right. Let's say hi.
Huh?
Let's say hello.
What?
There you are.
Craziness. So Richie regrets to inform all of you here
Yeah. Let
that
me see if I can pull it up.
Sean's just dead.
Yeah, he's dead. We decided.
Just
There you go.
what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah,
I guessed his year of birth. I didn't know.
48 seems about right.
Close. It's close.
Sean lived a full life. He was 75.
Yep.
He,
Yeah,
but in the end,
he's out.
he's been coughing too much
Yes.
and too diseased to be allowed inside the building.
So.
So
There you
same
go.
as dead. If you're not here, you're pretty well a goner, right?
Yeah,
You know,
I thought that was good enough.
that's fair. But you know what?
What's that?
The show must go on.
That's right.
That's the game.
That is
That's
correct.
the whole point. That's what we do. We press
Mm-hmm.
forward no matter what celebrations are going on in the back. I mean, what kind of
Put the fireworks away.
yeah, like the other end of the building's wild. I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on
it's-
down there. But welcome to Wednesday night's stream sale of the I Want More Comics and Games local pop culture center store.
That's right. Welcome.
I'm your guest, fill-in Keith, the man controlling everything over there, and made Sean 75 years old today. Richie,
Good enough.
yeah, it was close.
That was close.
But more importantly than any of that is comics.
That's right.
Is fun things to sit here and chat about and say bad things in the chat and all that, and make sure that this thing goes totally off the rails for the next hour, and we all are entertained. That's really what's important in life. We turn around and put on a show where we've picked out some books we think are pretty cool. You know, like there's some low end stuff. There's a couple of high end stuff. I've even got a mid show just slam dance,
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna
Just-
be intense.
just straight off the worm. Just gonna dance for I don't know 15 minutes. We'll just
Yeah,
fire
I
things
feel
out
like
there.
People have seen a
We
dance
got a little
battle before.
yeah, you know. But
Test that out.
we're going to flash things up on the screen. We're going to turn around and give you the opportunity to claim said things. If you see something that you like out there, please type into the comments the name of the thing and price that we are offering it for. It's not a bidding war. You're making a claim. When Richie sees the first person that pops up on his screen, he'll yell at me to turn around and hand him the item, which he will then nestle nicely inside of a box with your name around it. It'll be on hold for you. If you're a Hold Slot member, come in, pick them up, grab the stuff and all this. We're going to send everybody out invoices tomorrow. If you're not a Hold Slot member, if you're watching us remotely, if you need the stuff shipped, no problemo. We got all that stuff handled. We can take care of you and make sure that that happens. Just respond to the store when we send you the invoice tomorrow, and we get you taken care of.
That's right.
Shipping rates are up there on the screenish,
Yep.
maybe up in
Good
the
point.
ethereal.
It's to the left there. You go.
Yeah, in direction up in that area and all this. But we'll make sure that we get you taken care of and get the books that you're looking for out to you. With that,
JJ says he's here per the IWMC recommendation.
See, that's all you gotta do. Put a little teaser out there, and then people just like, what? Now they'll be disappointed, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Sean's still dead.
Yeah, it does. He's still gone. He's dead.
So, going forward with this,
Mm-hmm.
Astonishing Tales featuring Deathlock.
Speaking of dead,
Yeah,
there we go.
it's
Deathlock.
Deathlock in the name, right? We have a theme going tonight. So, Deathlock, but this actually is not Death. This is first. This is origin and first appearance of Deathlock. Now, this book's a little bit more than that because fine condition. It actually presents really, really sharp. It's a little tough to see with everything going on the cover. There are a couple signatures
I
here.
do see some scribbles on that.
Signed by, well, one of those guys is George Perez,
Ooh.
and the other one is Buckler.
All right.
So that's pretty decent.
That's really decent.
Fine condition. What would you think this for? 18,000,
Easily.
20,000,
Yeah.
slashed today only. Fine condition, $80.
There you
8
go.
and a 0. Bacon, welcome to the stream. Party on. Pour your drinks out for any lost friends this week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess I got it right on there fine too, so that we're turning around and do that. We go with that. I also thought we'd give some. We're digging through random boxes of Sean's stuff here,
Yeah.
so we have no idea what we're gonna find.
We're just grabbing, so let's see what happens.
Richie,
Yes, Thrill Killer. This is at this point, it's kind of a little cult classic of Batman taking things too far, and the hip Batman or Robin and Batwoman kind of team up together to try to stop him.
so put on by Howard Chaykin and Dan Brereton. This 3-part original series. Yeah, it is Elseworld. Yes, very very fine point on that. So you don't figure out where it fits in. You can just read it for its own enjoyment.
That is correct.
Did come back with a little bit more if you end up liking the universe. There was a follow-up, right?
Yes, there was. There's one shot that came out afterwards.
But here we've got the Bat Girl and Robin plus the Thrill Killer 62 there for that. So we get you covered. We get you taken care of. For the set, it is $15. 1 and a 5.
Chris asked, should I go see They Live in theaters tonight?
I mean,
Hard to say no to that.
that is a pretty good movie.
Keith and I both appreciate that movie a lot.
Mm-hmm. One of the few shirts that I have running around on that. And a really fun pop that they did for the variants on that.
Mueller just said, obey.
All right. How about our spider friend? So there was a really, really popular spider suit that came out. This is in the middle of Civil War, Amazing Spider-Man number 529. But what do we have here? We have the 3rd printing of it, which
There
does
it
turn
is.
around and have it on the cover, which of course makes it a little bit of a chase, a little bit of a desire. People chase that kind of stuff around. This book's in fantastic condition. See no flaws at all. $10 for the 3rd print on this. I was in the middle of the Straczynski run, which was fairly popular until we got to the end.
JJ's looking for bubble gum. He's all out.
That's you'd have to pick some up, right? Like you
Right,
can't.
You can't.
I mean, what happens when you run out of bubble gum on this?
That's no good. I'll tell you that.
Ah!
Oh no, that is You're right.
Or Adam Hughes.
Either
It's,
way,
like you'd refer to it and all this. Lady Rawhide, tops in the middle of the 90s, put out some different comics. Best known probably Jurassic Park, different pieces like that. But Lady Rawhide jumped into their stable for a minute. And Adam Hughes put out this provocative.
yes.
Says don't peek inside now. But $10 for your Adam Hughes variant for this one. You've also got other great creators inside this. Palmiotti, Mike
Ooh,
Mayhew. It is issue number 3 in the middle of the series. It is kind of more sought after for
The cover.
the cover itself.
I can see it.
Throw that up there. And then we have some brand new stuff here that just came in this week. And I think has some really. A lot of people have this book, but then you find
Yeah.
people who don't have it and they wish that they did. So this month for DC during the New 52, these were the issue number 40s,
Yes,
I believe.
that is correct.
So this is Batman number 40 in the middle of the Scott Snyder run. They did movie poster variants. And here you have Dave Johnson doing this fantastic movie poster. This variant is $10.
There you go.
I gotta find something differently priced because right now we're kind of like
Sitting in that 10.
I know it's kind of boring, right? I don't want to grab something too crazy, too big. Probably add a couple more. Let's go with this set. Maybe you loved the TV show. Maybe you didn't. I'm still watching through it and all this only because I fell off for a little bit to catch up on some other TV, but I'm enjoying it.
It's okay.
You know, the thing is that if you keep thinking the next thing is going to be better than the last thing, it just
You're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, never going to get there. But when we want to talk about the comic books, the 8-part miniseries here, Secret Invasion, put out by BMB, Brian Michael Bendis, Lionel Francis Yu, was fantastic. It was a really smartly put together, fun, who's what kind of thing. And we have it here if you'd like to read the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And I've even got a little bit of a bonus. Great, fantastic covers by you. Who do you trust? But there's also the Requiem one-shot, which turns around and wraps up a little bit of the story plots. There was more going on because there were some other tie-in books for this. But this is everything you need to know if you want to read the whole thing. So we have 9 issues here because it's the 8 parts plus the 1, and only $25. If you guys waited, it had spiked up pretty heavily when they were talking about it for TV.
Yeah.
And it is definitely much more reasonable
Cooled
now.
down to a reasonable price. I think it's worth the read.
It's fantastic read.
Don't let the collector rise scare you away from a book that's very good. Batman for 10 will be going to Chris Michelle.
And Man Joker, there you go. Yeah. Dunzo. What else? These popped out of nowhere. This is really strange, and you know what? It's going to have to find its collector home, but that's what the stream is. Maybe it's you, or maybe it's going to be somebody on the Second Chance Replay sale.
Yep. Elvira was just in the States for Colorado Comic-Con, Colorado Springs Con, that is. And these are from the final couple issues of the series were actually photos of the actress.
So they have a higher demand.
Also really underpressed by this point.
This is issue number 163. The actual series had bounced all around with a couple different companies when it was being published. This is now with Claypool Comics, and this is $60, 60 for this photo cover. Again, not a variant.
Nope.
Specifically was part of that end of that series.
Awesome for the Elvira fans.
Other, in case you missed it, variants.
Awesome.
Back when it was Year of the Villain, so this is Rebirth series, but Artgerm decided he was going to do some Catwoman variants.
Yeah, Artgerm was just absolutely knocking it out of the park every single month with Catwoman. It was a really, really fun time to be collecting. And this is no slouch. This is one of the tops, if you ask me.
Not a photo.
No.
This is just Artgerm doing what Artgerm do. $10 for Catwoman 15. This is when Ram V was writing the series. Back in there. And then what did I see? I like different, weirder stuff. I don't mean like weird isn't bad. I mean weird that we just don't see it all the time. I have a 6-issue mini-series here. It's by Epic Comics, which was an imprint of Marvel.
Okay.
It's one of the earlier, this is a foray into the non-traditional Marvel universe that they did back in like the 80s area. The Black Dragon 6-issue miniseries here. Bet you can't guess what the theme is. But
Oh,
we have
goodness.
all 6 issues here.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
was done by Chris Claremont and John Bolton.
I don't think I've ever heard of this. This is crazy.
So, fun, interesting, cool,
Fantasy,
6
love
issues.
it.
You know what? Easy read, $10.
All right. Set for 10.
Things don't have to be super crazy priced to be a fun time. This one's near and dear probably to Richie's heart. Or maybe traumatic.
I have no interest at all in it. What are you talking about? Why would I?
You've never been chased around the cottage by Gargamel?
I have not.
All right.
I have not ever been chased by Gargamel.
Or the cat, maybe. Was
no,
the cat?
No, it wasn't the cat either. No,
All right.
I'm not a Smurf. I'm not a Smurf.
Smurf number 1 by Marvel Comics. Very fine, near mint condition. This is 9.0. Presents fantastically. Only the most minor of flaws on this one here. $24 for this one.
Okay.
But definitely one of those, where, those kid book from the
Mm-hmm.
80s, finding those in better condition can sometimes be a chore and a hassle.
Sean's gonna pick up Black Dragon for 10.
Fair. Gone.
Sean Martinez, not our recently deceased Sean.
Yeah, Sean,
Just- I wanna
I
clear
was
that up.
assuming that
Yeah,
was not
yeah.
dead Sean.
No, it was.
You would have turned around and said back from the dead Sean if it
Right,
were
right.
in that position here. This is the first miniseries
Oh,
when
goodness.
Marvel did the Dark Tower. Now, I love this. Dark Tower is by far and away my favorite books series out there. I enjoyed it all the way through. I've enjoyed what it's come back for a little bits and stories that Stephen King's done on this. Robin Firth takes a really big step into kind of being a custodian of the Dark Tower world,
Uh-huh.
and absolutely did true to the tale. Gunslinger Born is actually the story of the 4th book in the series, but it is a great tale. There are 7 parts to this. Add on top of that Jay Lee and Richard Eisenov on your art, and it was a masterful tale. These are dense books. It was also not quick reads. They covered a lot of ground. They really did the story true and good justice to it, and it was a lot of fun to see it. We've also
Very
included
cool.
an 8th here, the sketchbook that they had done originally for this.
Very cool.
$20 for this. It's a steal of a set. It's a great read for that.
Chris agreeing, say it's as good as adaptations get.
Yep.
Paul is gonna snag up Smurfs for 24.
I knew somebody would care, even if it's Richie trying to deny his heritage.
I was never a Smurf. I don't know how to even argue that.
I just bought this Sunday. Was it Sunday? I think
Maybe.
it was. But I know how there are fans of this series, and I know there are fans of the different variant covers for it,
Oh yeah,
and so this was a fantastic
this one's
one.
great.
This is really interesting. You cannot find any of these available for sale online right now. I did some searching, couldn't find it. Maybe I'm bad at searching. I don't think so. But the only one I could find was a signed and remarked one for 100. But this is Stray Dogs Dog Days 2. This is the variant by Wicked Gator Comics, done by Yavin Jordan.
You know what's messed up? And I don't know the name of the actress, but that dog looks like that actress, which is really messed up.
You're so far in left field on that one, man. Like you're calling, like you've just said the actress. There's a lot of actresses out there. This is terrible.
It's from the movie the Ghost or whatever, where she's like being attacked by her ex-boyfriend as a ghost. Or
I hope
poltergeist.
nobody in chat bails you out on this. I hope you're just left out there at all.
Scream.
$40 on this one. Again, limited to 400 copies on this. I think it's a great cover.
There you go. Richie, stick to hip hop covers. Maybe I will.
What?
Maybe I will. Mikey's gonna pick up Dark Tower for 20.
Richie and hip hop covers. Richie,
JJ says he's just glad it's not the Beagle on the cover.
Richie, do you know hip hop covers?
I do know hip hop covers. Yes, I'm quite well versed.
Who brought that up?
That was Chris Michelle.
Chris Michelle. You've set the secret password.
He said the word of the day.
Part of that same buy was me buying a stack of hip-hop covers.
That's right.
And what I've decided to do to rapid fire here for a middle break section of our business here is to bring to the table some of them. And what I mean by that is because I'm going to put way more of them up on the Second Chance Reply sale.
Right.
If you are missing hip-hop covers right now, run to your pantry, get your list, let's go. I don't want to spend a lot of time going over this. We're just going to kind of cover some of them.
Yes.
I'm not going to hit everything, but let's basically I've got so many of them available.
Let's go, everybody. Let's have a good time.
A-Force #1.
Mm-hmm.
That was artist on this Adam Hughes.
Yes.
Richie, what was the cover homaging?
This is clearly, let's call this Andre 3000.
No, absolutely not. NWA straight out of Compton.
Oh, right.
Yep, which is
I knew that.
popular going
Yes.
out there and all this. $20 for this. Hey, guys, just stick with the screen because what we're going to do is we're just going to flash these out.
I'm pretty sure Slipknot did that too.
Slipknot did the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. #1 by Dave Johnson.
LL Cool J.
Yes, DJ Drama Verde Terrace is what we're homaging there. $8 on this. $8 is kind of my low end on this. All New Inhumans by the Mark D'Alfonso.
50 Cent.
Yeah, Future DS2 was the correct answer we were looking for there. $8 on that. If you need any of them, call them as we go. Like I said, we're gonna do about 10 minutes of this, guys. So if it's your bag, great. Some of these I have multiple copies on. Some of them I'm only going to have one copy on. All New X-Men #1 here. What I really love about this is there are a couple books in here that are done by Ed Piskor. If we remember from the Grand Design stuff, Hip Hop Family Tree. Really great artists that they brought in on this.
Kayfabe podcast.
Mm-hmm. This is homaging Camp Low Uptown Saturday Night.
Oh, I was going to say RZA.
Nope, $8.
That was close.
What do you
Randy's
need?
going to pick up Stray for 40.
Stray for 40. That is not it. That is mine over here. Okay.
Thank you.
There are some harder to find ones in here.
Oh, this one's a classic. Crisscross.
No. Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows #1. Artist on it is Sam Spratt. And it is Nas. Life is Good.
Yep.
$35 on this one.
Fair's fair. Those were close.
No.
I'm pretty sure if you look at the album, you'll see it.
No. Angela, Queen of Hell.
Ooh.
$8 #1 here. Artist on it, Annie Wu.
Missy Elliott.
Nicki Minaj.
Ooh.
Pink Friday. If you guys are keeping track at home for how many Richie has gotten right, the answer is 0.
What?
Avengers, #1. What I love about this one, and I'll tell you what, if you don't really, sometimes you want a book because what the content of the book is, sometimes you want it because of what it homages. The homage here, I'm not even going to let Richie mess this one up. Daniel Acuna does 2 Live Crews Move Something.
Uh-huh.
That is Spider-Man doing the twerk right there in the middle there. $10 on that one. I've got multiples on that.
Honestly, Spider-Man doing the twerk is
That should
awesome.
that should work for you, huh? Okay. Gonna finish up the A's here with Avengers Standoff. Welcome to Pleasant Hill. This is homaging Outcast Stankonia, and it was done. The artist is Andrew Robinson. I have these at $20.
Matt's going to pick up All New X-Men for 8.
Okay, All New X-Men for 8. I only had one copy of that, so
All right,
that one
it's
is
done.
goners. I thought bringing this here and giving streamers the chance first. Ben Reilly, the Scarlet Spider, #7, not a #1 in the series, #7. He got his late into the series here. Art by Damian Scott.
Red Man.
Company Flow,
Oof.
Fun Crusher Plus.
Gosh, I was close.
$25 for this. I have 2.
Jason's going to pick up Renew Your Vows for 35.
I only had one of that. That one is gone. I am not going to do everyone, like I said, guys. If you had a specific list, you are watching the show, send me the list tonight
Yes.
before we turn around and do this. I will turn around and send you back and offer you out, and you can say yay or nay on any of those. Black Knight, number 1. Artist, Gima Gariba, who I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
The art is homaging.
2 Live Crew.
No.
Oh.
Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor.
All right.
$10 on Black Knight.
What was the name of that? Lupe Fiasco?
Lupe Fiasco.
All right.
I have 1 of Black Panther and the Crew. Number 1 here, $30 on this one. Art by Jim Chung and Jason Keith.
Dr. Dre.
The Firm, the album.
Is this name The Firm?
The band, the group is The Firm. I really hope you get 1. Like, I'm really cheering for you. Everybody in chat's really hoping you get there. Black Widow, number 1 by Phil Noto. $12. You gonna throw a guess?
Nicki Minaj.
Well, you've absolutely flipped Nicki Minaj and Missy Elliott, so why wouldn't you do it again? Missy Elliott, super duper fly.
There you go.
$12 on Black Widow. This is actually a second print one. I actually have one that's in fine condition because it's just got some printer rub and scuff and all this. The fine condition is $3. The regular is $8. Steve Rogers, Captain America, number 1. Jeffrey Veregi, who we still have in our thoughts.
Gosh, I hope
he
he's doing
constantly is fighting medical
Yeah.
problems, and we hope that he can turn around and overcome those.
Genuinely.
So again, second print on this one here. J Dilla Donuts. $8 on a regular one, $3 on a fine condition one.
Pete said, when Keith said go to your pantry to get your comics, or get your comics list, I realized I still know nothing about comics.
Captain Marvel, number 1. You're not all the way into comics if you just don't have lists all
obviously
over
you're
the
not.
place.
I agree. We got to tell you everything. It's ridiculous.
Captain Marvel, number 1. Marguerite Sauvage on this one.
Excellent.
Who's your favorite?
This is Drake.
This is obviously Iggy Azalea,
Of course.
the new classic.
Of course.
$8. And now we're going to jump around a little bit because I want to
Fair,
kind of
Iggy has more street cred.
hit some better ones, and all the other ones you guys can catch on the second chance.
Ben, how dare you even suggest that?
Daredevil, number 1. Richie, you have a chance at this one.
I do?
It is a big album in the 90s.
This is Eminem.
No.
Oh.
Tupac.
Oh. Tupac.
That is Tupac. Strictly for my somebodies. $20 on that. We're not allowed to say that word. $20. I only have one on the Daredevil.
That's right.
Jump to Deadpool. And Deadpool here, number 1. Done by Care Andrews. Oh, yeah, the Daredevil was Alex Maleev.
Of course, that's Karen.
This I would never even gotten in my life. Whale. Attention difference.
All right.
$10 for this one. We also have Deadpool number 7, which this one might be like your greatest deal of the night because it's a $15 book for already a $10 cover price. This is a huge, oversized, supersized issue here. But Deadpool number 7 by Raza from Bun B Trill.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We just leave that one out there in all this.
Sean's rolling in his grave right now.
It's just, well, the show must go on.
We got to do what we
He
gotta
shouldn't
do.
have died. Deadpool and the Mercs for Money, number 1. Richie,
This is
Raza,
Raza.
$10.
Oh, okay.
And Raza's the artist.
Right, and it's RZA, obviously.
No.
What?
Pimp C,
Oh,
The Naked Soul.
I should have noticed that with the jacket.
Probably not.
Jason wants Black Knight.
If you could put a sticker on that for 10.
Will do.
What other greatness do I have inside this box that we can jump around? This series was really big for a bit. Doctor Strange and the Sorcerer's Supreme. $20 on this variant, done by Juan Doe. Original art is homage of Schoolboy Q blank face.
Yes.
Got a couple of those. This one I really like. Drax. Drax #1 by Mike Choi.
Yep.
Actually, an album I really like. It is Kid Cudi, Man on the Moon 2. I do not have the homage they did to Man on the Moon, the original. That one is amazing, but we did not get that back in the collection. $10 again on Drax. This one I've only got one. It is the second most popular by Kieran Grant variant of what he did. The most popular one that he did, of course, was All New Wolverine with the X-23 in the claws. Everybody remembers that one. But election #1, the album, really well known.
This one is, let's call it, the Black Eyed Peas.
Jay-Z, American Gangster.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
$35 on Elektra. That's a big deal book. There are not a lot of this one out there, and highly popular on the art.
With joking aside, I actually don't think I've seen that one before.
We have not had it in often.
Yeah.
It is definitely, for all the different collections we've ever bought, it is not one that comes up. I do have multiple copies on Extraordinary X-Men #1.
Eminem?
No. This is the absolute disrespect that you wouldn't know this one, because Sanford Green does the art, but it is De La Soul's 3 Feet High and Rising. It is a masterful one. $15 for Extraordinary X-Men. Fool Killer. #1, Jeffrey Veregi.
This is ICP.
Richie gets 1 point. Everyone should take a
What?
moment of silence.
What?
Richie got 1. This is Insane Clown Posse.
Oh.
The great Malenko. $10 on that one there for Fool Killer. Oh, sadness.
Matt's going to pick up X-Men for 15. Thank you.
There you go. This one's really good looking. Gamora. Gamora #1 by Elizabeth Tork. The album is Maze, Harlem World. $15 on this one. And I went through and just repriced everything to current, going prices. Tried to stay pretty fair on all this. This one I have one, and another one that we do not get in often. This is really tough to find. The Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider #1. Not easy to get your hands on. It is by Philippe Smith. And the album is Cypress Hill 4.
Ooh.
So
Jason's going to pick up Drax for 10.
an excellent choice.
Yeah, that was a good cover.
I had 2 of that one, so I do still have
We
one.
have one more for that.
What else is in here that's like not seen as often? I only have one of this. Guardians of the Galaxy. There's Guardians of Infinity and Guardians of the Galaxy here. Crystal Brunner on this. And this is... I'm sorry. I have to have those wrong, don't I? Yeah, I think I have these. I took my notes backwards and all this. Because I swear that this is Far Side. Bizarre Ride to the Far Side.
That
And I
feels
put
right.
I put them backwards because the other one's Kendrick Lamar.
Sure it's not Method?
It is not Method.
All right. Matt is asking how much the Ghost Rider was.
Ghost Rider was $35 for Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider.
There you go.
35. And so far, we've only seen one that I had any kind of condition issue with. The rest of these are in fantastic condition here. I would not forget this one because I don't want anybody to come in here and slap me. Hyperion #1, Shauna Mills. The homage is to Will Smith.
That's right. Keep your name out his mouth.
Well, I had to say it once. Big Willie style on this one. $8 for Hyperion. If anybody in the chat has any requests, I will see if I have them. I Am Groot is another big boy. Theodis Jones doing this one. The original album is $35 on this.
Okay.
The original album is The Weeknd, beauty behind the madness. Like I said, I'm skipping several that are...
Do we have Punisher? Mama said knock you out.
I do.
We do.
I have one. It is where my alphabet ends. Above P, I did not get done. Those will be on the stream only. I have one copy of Punisher. Mama said knock you out. Whoever asks for it gets first claim in this, so say yes or no at $20 for this one. This is the regular edition, remember, not the special gloss edition that was included inside the albums that we sometimes get our hands on.
Right.
But this is the actual first regular edition on that. $20 for Punisher.
Matt says, I'm so sorry you said it fast. What's the Ferricide price?
Oh. $12 for Guardians of the Galaxy. Then I'm going to jump over here to Infamous Iron Man, which is a fantastic cover. Anthony Piper doing Big Daddy Kane, Long Live the Kane here. $30 on that. I do have 2 copies of that one. We were able to find a second one on that. But I only have 1 copy of IVX in Humans vs. X-Men here for $15. This is Wilfred Santiago doing the album Master Ace Sitting on Chrome. 15 on that.
We will take the Punisher for 20. Thank
Done.
you.
You got that?
Got it. Then Mikey asked if we had Deadpool Vanilla Ice.
I do not have Deadpool Vanilla Ice.
Negative on that one.
I know he's looking for that one because that is one of the most ridiculous ones to find.
That's correct. I think everybody was like, yeah, that's on the list.
These are also strange to find because they came way late and kind of got skipped in ordering by a lot of stores. So if you have these, great. I know we did have them, so it's not unheard of to have them, but they are slightly on the harder to find side of things. Monsters Unleashed for the entire series did different variants. And in fact, on number 1, they did 2 different ones here. Colin Bunn wrote this. It's actually 2 Monsters Unleashed series, and that's why there's 2 number 1s for this. $15 on this first one, Sanford Green doing Joey Badass. And then the other one is Mike Diodato Jr. and Frank Diamarta doing the cover of Future and Zaytoven Beast Mode. $15 on this one, $12 on this one.
All right. Matt's going to pick up Guardians for 12.
Okay. This I always have to bring because it's just one of my favorite artists in Carrie Andrews.
Yep.
Does so many
What's
unique...
crazy about Carrie Andrews, if I remember Sean saying it right, is Carrie did actual album covers too. He's done both. Him and Bill Sienkiewicz's both.
And I have the Sienkiewicz's.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Monsters Unleashed number 2 here, $30 for this one here. This one is ELP. We're all. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not Carrie. Carrie's a different one. This is Jeffrey Varegi.
Oh, Varegi again. Okay.
This is Varegi. Another. We're all going to burn in hell. Megamix 2 is the actual name of the album. $30 on that one. And then this is one of the grails because it was late and it references an album that everybody out there remembers from childhood. And I don't know how you got it as a child, but Monsters Unleashed number 4 by Kalman
NWA?
Andrzejowski. It is NWA. You are correct. You actually have a real point. 100 miles and running.
That's right.
This is $70. This is a tough one to find. The last one sold online at $100. I have 2.
Goodness. That's like, I didn't bring my hip-hop budget tonight. We said we warned you. That's what we tried to warn you.
Yeah, you've got time to go sell kidneys before the reply sale. Like, know your black market dealers. Mm-hmm. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. This one was a little bit more.
This looks like a Varegi to me.
100% is.
Yep.
The album that they are homaging is Vince Staples' Summertime 06. $35 on this. This is actually cheaper than the last time we sold it because it was into the show hype. Mm-hmm. And, like this is first appearance type stuff. But I do have these at $35. sometimes things get a little bit cheaper. Another ridiculously, I just bought it this weekend. We have not had this in stock for I can't tell you how long. Moon Knight #1, Jeff Lemire series, $40 on this one. It is Ricardo Lopez Ortiz on this, doing Schoolboy Q, Oxymoron. But this is not. This is one that again we've had so few of these.
Sean introduced me to Schoolboy Q, and I really like him.
I don't know it actually. I'm going to be honest. I don't. Not one I know.
I didn't know that. Obviously, I didn't know that, but
One of the more popular ones.
this one messed with me a bit.
I loved messing with Richie about this
yeah,
one.
you messed me up with this one.
Miss Marvel #1, doing Lauryn Hill, the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. But who's doing it, Richie?
This is Jenny Frisson.
It is
That's
a
a Jenny
Frisson.
Frisson cover there.
Does a fantastic job of homaging the cover. $30 for Miss Marvel. Again, one that's a little bit softer right now out of post hype.
Mm-hmm.
And what else I have in here that was just... I think I only had... This one's
Matt
strange.
would like Moon Girl.
I can get you that. The number on that was 35.
35, got it.
Making sure I had that right. This one's another one I only have one of, the Prowler. Tech 9 Psychology 101 is the original album. Ray Anthony Height and Rob Schwager doing that. $20 for Prowler. And if hip-hop covers are not your thing,
Nice, Jason.
we are now returning you to normal programming. Again, this is... I got 2/3 of them onto the screen.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And I have an additional alphabet of S through Z to go through before we get the second chance reply going.
There you go.
What if you missed this one when it came out? Because we sold out of it on day one.
Yeah, we did. I mean, that thing didn't last a minute on the rack.
If you are not familiar with Sozomachia, I would recommend a quick study.
Yeah.
Fantastic artist, are really showing up and doing well on this. This is the 1 in 25 variant for Catwoman #39 during the Teenie Howard run. This is $50 on this one. I am definitely priced aggressively compared to the online recent closeout sales.
Fun award winner, I believe, as well. Yes.
Sozomachia?
Mm-hmm.
You guys got one right? Shocking. How about different stuff?
Yes. X-Men Special Edition.
Do you know what this is, Richie?
I do not.
Special Edition #1 is a reprint, the first reprint of Giant Size X-Men #1.
Oh.
So it tells the same tale inside of this. It was turned around and put together as the height of the Cockrum Claremont run was going, and they turned around because I think this is a 1982. So right when they were turning around and starting the spin-offs of like New Mutants and things like that, this was right in that area there. It is a one-shot here, special edition, $24 in very fine near mint condition. Presents fantastically, just a small little kind of like nip in the corner kind of thing that's keeping us off of top condition on that.
Awesome.
But certainly much cheaper if you're looking for the Giant Size X-Men story than going and buying the real deal. Although I think we still have, if you really want to read it, we do have facsimile editions.
Mm-hmm. If you wanted the real one.
I mean, if you want the real one, I got 3 of those.
That's
I
what I'm
think.
saying. We have those as well.
I got those in the safe.
We can help you out with any iteration you'd like right now.
All right.
Barkley's going to pick up that special edition X-Men for
All right.
24.
Goner. How about variant? Can I? All right. This is what happens when I don't get any notes. I can tell you this.
Let's go.
Star Wars #1. Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Almost certain in my lifetime that this is the first series that
concur.
Jason Aaron that was doing, correct? Pretty sure it was Jason.
Yes, that's right. Karen Gillian was doing Darth Vader.
Yes. So you're going to be talking about this is New Hope era Star Wars. This is Chewbacca. This is really good art. Wish I knew a name on it, but very fine condition. $8. I'm almost certain that this is a store variant because I don't remember it being one of the original like ratioed variants.
Land would have put his name on it.
So we're gonna try one. We're gonna try.
Let's see.
We can get there quickly.
Chris says we're slacking. He remembers when we had 5 in the safe.
It is definitely the store variant by AOD, but they're because of the way they did credits in this, it is not going to have. If it had it on the back cover, we'd be okay. $8, very fine condition. Just got some spine ticks.
Are you putting that one up?
All right, jeez.
I can talk about that one.
There, then do it.
This is one of my all-time favorite Elseworlds ever. I used to carry this around with me during middle school days. Like, it was just always with me at all times. It's a story of kind of an amalgamation of Superman and Batman's story, and it's really, really, really good. I think that everybody should take a look at it. It is genuinely one of my top 10 Batman stories of all time.
Well,
Speeding Bullets.
$8.
$8. There you go.
$8. Because you know how this is. We pick up a stack, and then all of a sudden we hit a price, and we can't get away from it. Everything turns into the same price.
That's right.
But JM DeMatteis on that.
Yeah.
Elseworlds are fun.
I actually had to rebuy it because mine was so thrashed.
I do have one more Star Wars I want to get out there. This was something I bought. This is a 6.5 of the Marvel Movie Showcase edition of Star Wars #1.
Okay.
This is a reprint of the original Marvel Star Wars #1. This reprint was in 1982, late in 82, so that puts it right around the time of, like, what, Return of the Jedi?
Somewhere on there, yep.
And 6.5, so we're talking mid-grade-ish, but now it's going to make it super affordable on this if you are looking to fill in and have different Star Wars stuff, but this is a 64-page collector special on this. Only $60.
All right.
$60 for the 6.5. Very affordable. Very affordable.
When Luke was a Sith with his red lightsaber.
Yeah, I don't think that was part of it.
Pretty sure that's...
Because Obi-Wan's got a red lightsaber
That's
there,
right.
too, by the
Yeah,
way.
they were real evil.
Everybody's sifting it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Means I'm going to hold off on that. Let's go with something else that we know nothing about.
Yep.
Charlton Comics, which was purchased and absorbed by DC Comics. That's how they got Blue Beetle. That's how they got Captain Atom.
Yep.
And then that's, of course, what eventually led to your Watchmen. But Attack.
Yes.
Looks like an obvious war comic. Attack #4, very fine. Fine to very fine condition. 7.0 on that scale.
Center.
Guess what price? What are we in? What range are we in?
It's got to be 8, right?
It's $8.
That's right.
That's where we're at. That's what we live with. Fine, very fine again on that. If I stepped on that while we were talking. How much time I got? I got some time?
10 minutes.
Okay, we got plenty of time to get some stuff done.
We do.
What can we offer out there? This is a tough to find.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was not art that was available at FOC. It was known afterwards, and so therefore was a little bit tougher. Definitely got under ordered. But Bitter Root here, #10, doing a homage to Juice. And I remember when this book had really spiked up a lot higher than this. This is Sean's pricing, and I know he's fair to the market. It is only $15 today, 1 and 5, not 50, which is what at one point in time I remember hitting. But things change. So again, Bitter Root #10 on that for 15. I'm going to clear a little bit of space. Start our pile for
Second chance.
Second chance. Robert Kirkman's got something going on in this universe, doesn't he?
Yeah, I believe he's he's dabbled in this universe, and this might be the most famous comic of all time in this series.
It is a silent issue.
That is correct. And
Shh, baby's sleeping.
if I remember, this is the first silent issue in comic books.
That is possible, although I don't
Yeah.
know that for a fact.
I don't want to call that out for sure, but I think if we look it up, they'll try to claim for that. So
Okay. G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 21 when it was with Marvel. This is in fine condition. Pretty well presented, but, you know, there is some spine ticks and a little bit of corner going on there that, you know, keeps it in what its condition is. It is $20. 2 and a 0 for that. But the Snake Eyes issue is very, very famous. Most people know that one pretty well. FN. And then I see a set here that we should absolutely save for Sean, but he's dead.
yeah, that'll be a long time.
So you can't do much about that. When Madman Atomic Comics jumped over
goodness,
to
yeah.
Image,
Mm-hmm.
this is going to be issues number 4.
To the end.
Is that what it is?
Yes. We just don't have the first 3.
But what else is there, Richie?
There seems to be some scribbles on there.
They are written on.
Yes.
They have all been written on by this dude, Mike Allred,
Mm-hmm.
who has something to do with Madman.
Might have something to do with it.
He,
Yeah.
It's got a printed signature and then a real signature.
Look at that.
And I guess that's a thing.
I guess.
So we're looking at 9 issues here.
Mm-hmm.
10, because there is one on the last one. So
Oh,
10
okay.
issues, 4 through 12. No, 4 through 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. There is no 13.
There you go.
That's where it's
That's
throwing
what
me
it
off.
is.
But that is $50 for these autographed books.
There you go.
So, not complete, but if you are a fan, you know what's going on here.
And stuff, that's a hard set to get. And I think that grabbing that and then plugging in the filler will be way easier than others.
Yes.
Nom's going to pick up G.I. Joe for 20.
Can do that. A DC comic from yesteryear.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing big and key on this, but again, it's a really nice condition on this. We've got this in very fine condition. Mr. Miracle number 10. A little bit deeper into the series there, but like
Yes.
I said, you're not going to see a lot of 20-cent books
Nope,
in
it
very
is
fine.
and it is the first volume of Mr. Miracle, which is hard to get to.
$18 on this one for number 10.
All right.
And like I said, it was VF condition. Very fine, 8.0-ish. If you speak numbers instead of letters.
JJ is going to pick up Star Wars for 8.
That makes a lot of sense. What else can we do? Let's try out something else. All right, here's a little bit bigger book.
Oh, here we go.
Tales to Astonish number 62.
Mm-hmm.
12-cent Marvel era. This is when Giant Man and Hulk had both stories inside Tales to Astonish. This is in very good, fine condition. If I'm going to describe why it's that way, is that we've got some kind of blurring up here, like it's like a smudge kind of thing.
Yeah.
Definitely there are spine ticks, spine cracks down this, completely put together. The rest of the cover actually presents really, really nicely.
Really nice, yeah.
It's just, again, you're going to have an accumulation of spine defects that'll drag it down to the very good, fine condition 5.0 range-ish. But for that reason, we only have it priced at $95 for this Tales to Astonish. And let's see. I have a couple more sets. Get us a little bit fed up on this. House of M. You read this, right?
I did. Is this the set of House of M?
Yeah, why not,
That's
right?
really cool.
This is Oliver Coipel on covers. And some of the interiors there. Bendis again. This was the next year, I believe. It was the following year right after Secret Invasion. But we have all the main covers here for this. You know, Scarlet Witch just has a bad day, whatever. 1 through 8, and then also the bonus Secrets of the House of M one-shot. I believe this is just this might have been the giveaway, or it might have been the $3.99 kind of what's what book and all this. 9 books here, as I discarded my note. There it is. Oh, okay. Well, I guess Sean's just crazy pricing everything. How about 25
For the set?
Yeah.
All right.
I kind of stepped in that, so
It's happening.
it happened.
He gets you from beyond the grave.
Like, guys, and don't ever send flowers and all this. He was allergic. He doesn't want that kind of thing.
We don't need to re-kill him.
Yeah, like and all this, but do feel free to berate his ghost if it ever shows up for you.
Brett will take Deathlock for 80.
Oh, well, then that was the space I was making.
There you go, yeah. That's why I let you know.
I'm almost certain I know this book.
I believe you do.
I'm trying to pull it up absolutely for fact as I stumble through this. But this is not only Ultimate Fantastic Four number 21, Greg Land on covers and interiors on this. You're going to have, this is where Mark Miller was writing, I think.
Yes, you're right.
It is the first.
Yes.
So it is the first Marvel Zombies.
That's right.
This is a universe where he peeks into and sees, oops, went kind of a little bit wrong.
And
and all
this
this
is also a variant issue.
So this is the variant edition of it. This we've got in 9.0, very fine, near mint condition for $10. Completely, 100% affordable in life. Definitely going to pull out some other stuff and fill in for the second chance. Do I have any last hurrah here? We just had a lot of collections coming in, a lot of stuff we've been
oh my
buying.
Goodness, yes. Lots of good stuff.
It's been fun. Oh, we have this set to turn around and re-offer. This was up, I think, a week or two ago. Unfortunately, the person that claimed it did not follow through and pay for it. So we just wanted to make sure that we offered it out again in case somebody else was watching that show and missed it. Secret 6, the master set.
I cannot stress enough how good this freaking series is.
Gail Simone is a writer.
Unbelievable. Genuinely one of... It's just such an underrated comic, and it takes you by surprise. It's so good.
Fantastic covers to go along with it. Really great storytelling and all this. Deep, what are we up to? 35 issues? 36 issues? That's 35. Yep, so 36 issues. Complete set, $50. Just offering it out there again and all this to make sure
Yes, give somebody
we find it a
second
home.
chance to get it home.
And go in the right
Jason's going
direction
to pick up Fantastic Four for 10.
there. Was that this one?
It was right in front of you.
Oh, the Ultimate Fantastic Four.
Yep.
That's right.
Sorry.
Members.
We got time for one more banger.
So not the $5 Star Wars #1.
Maybe not that guy. Though that was 35 cents beforehand, so I mean...
Yeah, I mean, that's a heck of an increase on value on that, right? I'm going to throw out these.
All right, here we go.
Glenn Danzig,
Oof, you're right. These are good ones.
Simon Beasley came together to do some storytelling on Frank Frazetta's Death Dealer.
Yeah.
In case you have parts of these, because I know plenty of times you can find one part, you can't find all the parts. You know, we can turn around and have that. $20 for #1. #2 is $10. #3 is $10.
I just love all the names on there. Glenn Danzig. It was Arthur Sudam. There's
Liam Sharp.
Liam Sharp Frank Frazetta's on all the covers. Obviously, it's just great.
And then I also have Verotic Illustrated. This is another Danzig book. This is Verotic Illustrated #1 here for $10. So I have that one available too. The big deal about all these also, they're all square bounds and do not appear to have been cracked. You know, that when you somebody, you know, kid manhandles it and just turns around and
no
creases
stress
it.
marks on those spines.
No, the spines are really, really super clean on these. So the condition is absolutely fantastic. 20, 10, 10, 10.
Easy. Well, there you go.
We'll make that the show.
We did it, Keith. I think we did the late great Sean. You know, I think we did him good.
Stiff.
Yep. Yep. He's
The deceased.
Yeah.
Pour one out.
That's right.
Spit when you say his name from now on.
That's that's correct. Everybody else, have a great time. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Maybe there'll be a resurrection. We'll see. Outside of that, have a great new comic book day, and we will chat with you all later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.